everyone, and welcome to Art with Miss Choate. And today what we're going to be doing, really Pepper? She wanted to be in this video the whole time. She kept pawing at me and I was like, all right, we're going to get down to the floor to do this little intro. And she walks away. But anyways, back to what I was talking about. So we're going to be getting a little bit messy today. So for today's painting, it's going to be a painting. Now, if you don't have paint, we'll get into that. Markers will work just fine. We are going to be using our fingers, and this kind of be like finger painting. Well, not kind of, it is finger painting. You're going to be taking your fingers and you're going to be putting them into the paint, and we're going to be making petals like a flower. So let's get started. So for today, when we're making these snapdragons, you can either put their stems in crayon, in a gel pen, in a marker, whatever you want. We are going to go in and we're going to put our stems in first. Try to make them a variety of lengths. You can have your paper either direction. Think about them like a field. You're going to have some tall ones. And we're also going to have some petals or the leaves. So think about them. I like to make mine a little curvy, you know, like have a sway to it so it looks a little bit more real. You can even do more than one on the side. What I don't want to see is one on each side, one on each side. Let's not make boring snapdragons. Okay. Remember, you can make these as complicated or as easy as you want. So we're drawing in some leaves. You can even look at some images of real snapdragons. Maybe this one only has one. Maybe this one has a big leaf with a tiny one here. Take your time. This is the foundation of our drawing. You can even go in, make your stem a little thicker. Remember, don't forget about blending. Grab, another crayon if you don't like that color, green. That makes it a little bit more vibrant. Never forget all the things I've been telling you. Blending. Making these colors richer. Don't just grab a crayon out of the crayon box and call it a day. Try to push yourself. Try to push the people you're working with. Like, how can we make these flowers more interesting? What happens if I add this blue on top of this green? It's going to make it a darker green. I like that. Maybe I'll go through and kind of give it a few of them little highlights. Or not highlights, it's the opposite. Giving it some value, some darkness. Maybe the ones that are taller get this. Maybe a little bit right here, because that one's further back, so I'm making it darker. Same with this one. Okay, I'm liking how that's looking. I can put my crayons away, because now we are going to get messy. We are using our fingers today, and we are fingerprinting our snapdragons. So, cup of water, dip your finger in. If you have acrylic paint, that works great. If you have watercolor, you can spray your colors beforehand, and all you're going to have to do, mix it around like that, and you can start to put it in. Now, it's going to start to go away, so you're going to add a little bit more water, rub it on there, and you can even print back over the ones you already got on there if they start to get too light. This is where you can start to play, have a little fun. You're going to go on each side. That stem is your guideline. And if you want, you could even go in and take kind of a green color and rub in, because your finger's already dirty. Why not have more fun and fill in those leaf? Why not? And since my finger's already green, let's do this leaf. I think it's getting a little too yellow, so I dip my finger in the darker green. Oh, I like how that is. And I'm not too worried today about staying inside my lines. There we go, I like those. You can just rinse your finger off in your own cup. If you want, rub it on a paper towel or grab a different finger to do your next flower with. Using different fingers could be interesting because you could have bigger blossoms or smaller ones. You don't have to use the same finger. So maybe I'll use my thumb because I got a bigger thumb. Let's see, I want some pink ones now. Well, it's funny, really big blossoms on a very tiny plant. And maybe you want a couple like, oh, they fell on the floor, on the ground. I like that. Okay, now I'm going on to my next. And you can pick any colors you want. Oops, I splashed there. Oh, kind of like that. Maybe I do. It's raining. I like that. There we go. Look at that. Mistakes turned into happy little accidents. So I'm gonna do a blue. And I go from the top down. It doesn't really matter. You could go either way. And if you need to go back over them, go ahead. Take your time. If you think there's too much water on your finger, have a separate piece of paper you can blot it on. Now, even if you're older doing this, I'm actually really enjoying it, so give it a shot. Maybe you just like the texture of your finger and you turn it into a different kind of painting. This is just one idea, and you can take it multiple different ways. And for my last flower, maybe a purple. You can see my hands are getting a little messy. If you had a paper towel next to you, that would have been great. I should have done that. And I could go back over them. I like the idea of a few being down here too. And there we go. We got our Snapdragon fingerprints. Oh, I almost forgot. Down there, I want to do, and since these are darker, like the blue-green, I'm going to do a darker green for these. And maybe I hit up that guy with a little bit darker. Oops. I'll do a little more splashing since I got, and one little splash might look not good, so I do a couple. And remember that crayon resist we did the other day? Look at that. The crayon's resisting, so it's pulling through, and I can see those lines that I did. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. I wish I could say that was on purpose. There we go. So now we're done, and we can sign our name just like I told you to do before. And we're done. All right, guys, I hope you had fun making this painting. Maybe you can even take your pet's paws and paw print them on there too. I've seen a lot of that going on lately. And see where this takes you. See where this painting, this idea gets you, and maybe you can turn it into something else. You can challenge yourself a little bit more. It could be as simple or as complicated as you want to make it. So I hope you had a wonderful time with us. And please like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate it. I like hearing feedback. I like seeing images on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter of the art that you've made or that your children have made. I really like seeing how they took the idea and turned it into their own, because I see a lot of that happening, and that makes me so happy. I don't like when things look exactly like my example. So please don't forget to share it with me, tag Choate Studio or Marisa Choate, and comment, like, subscribe, and share it with people. I hope these videos are making you happy. I hope they're adding a little bit of joy and positivity to your day. And I hope to see you tomorrow with Art with Miss Choate. Bye!